I woke up at 61 with no retirement plan. Not because something suddenly happened overnight, but because I stopped forcing myself to not think about it. For years, when retirement would come up, I would say, I'm gonna have to work the rest of my life. I'll probably just drop dead at my job. I was trying to be funny, but the truth is there was some seriousness behind that joke. I never really thought I'd get to retire. Around 60, I started realizing I was closer to retirement than I thought. And I hadn't looked into it really at all. Like I said before, I figured I'm just gonna have to work till I drop dead. So I logged onto the Social Security website, checked out what my projected retirement benefit was, and started trying to do the math and figure out if I was gonna be able to survive on Social Security. That's a joke. And if not, exactly how much I'm gonna need to make up the difference and be able to pay my household expenses. Kind of late in the game, but I figured I need a plan. Yeah, I needed a plan, all right. Retirement is right around the corner. And I don't have savings. I don't have a 401k. Well, I have a 401k, but it's got $5 in it, literally. No big pension. I mean, I have a pension, but it's $100 a month. What's that gonna do? So a plan is definitely what I needed. Earlier in my life, I thought what you're supposed to do is work for a company for 20 years. When it comes time, you retire and you get you a pension. Well, I started doing that. I worked for a company, ended up being fully vested, and then something happened with our retirement fund, and the state had to take it over, and it was all gone, except for a little bit. That's why my pension now is $100. From that point forward, I figured that corporate traditional retirement idea wasn't for me. So I struck out on my own, trying different businesses, and I was basically self-employed for the next 30 some odd years. Some of the businesses I tried did better than others, but none of them created the retirement security that I had hoped for. After we built our house, about, I guess it's been 10 years now, I kind of had a backup plan. My backup plan was I'd just get a reverse mortgage. And between Social Security and the reverse mortgage, that'd be good enough. That's what I thought. I mean, I never really looked into the numbers or anything. I just assumed that, you know, when you're old, you could get a reverse mortgage. Well, I ended up getting a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, to build my shop. And of course, that added a lot of debt. So the idea of a HELOC as a backup plan went right out the window. You know, what I understand now that I didn't understand when I was 50 is that any little retirement account, savings, whatever, makes a difference. You know, if I had to put $20 a paycheck into a savings account strictly for retirement, like a 401k or whatever, when I was 50, I'd at least have something now. Even if it didn't earn interest, it would be something. And something is better than nothing. Social Security and a little bit, whatever is in that savings, would make a big difference right now. But I didn't do that. And I understand when you wait this long, retirement's going to look different. You're going to have to do things like work a part-time job or work full-time maybe and collect Social Security and just bank the money that you make full time and deal with the earnings limit later. I don't know. But I do know things are going to appear a lot more radical than they would have if I had a conventional retirement account and had been saving since I was in my 30s or even sooner. Well, I can't go back and start saving at 30. I can't change the decisions I made years ago. And spending the rest of my life beating myself up over it isn't going to put any money in my retirement account. What I can do is start where I am. I'm trying to reduce my debt. I'm studying exactly what Social Security will provide. And I'm looking at how much part-time work I may still need. I'm trying to build a cash reserve so that every unexpected expense doesn't immediately become another financial emergency. I built the shop partly because I believed it could give me another way to earn money outside of a regular job. None of this is guaranteed, and none of it changes the fact that I should have started earlier. But doing something now is better than doing nothing. Sure, I started late, very late. And because I started late, my version of retirement probably won't look like the traditional retirement people picture. I may still have to work. I might have to combine Social Security with part-time income. I may have to keep experimenting with different ways to earn money. And I might have to make some difficult financial decisions along the way. But I'm not giving up. I don't believe the only two choices are having a perfect retirement plan or working full-time till I drop dead. There has to be something in between. And that's what I'm trying to build now. A realistic plan, a late plan, maybe an unconventional plan, but finally a plan.